Hey Jason, what are you going to do today?
Nothing. I'm thinking about watching a movie today. Something uplifting that makes the world seem more brighter to me.
Oh good, because I just bought Fight Club.
Fight Club? It's just a bunch of fighting. There's no character development, and it's just a cliche storyline.
No, you're thinking of the movie Never Back Down.
Yeah.
No man, Fight Club is so much more than just a bunch of dudes fighting. It's a rich story with complex characters. In fact, Fight Club completely embodies the postmodern thinking of filming.
You said that with such bold clarity and confidence, it could almost sound like a thesis.
Yes, in fact, one could interpret it as such.
So, what is postmodern filmmaking all about?
I'm glad you asked. I'll teach you. Jason, the idea of postmodernism is based off a particular view of contemporary life. A high-tech, post-industrial life dominated by the flow of media and images. Postmodernism is a movement that involves skeptical interpretations of art, culture, philosophy, and other facets of life.
Oh, I see.
Postmodern films upset the mainstream conventions of narrative structure and characterization. Postmodern films call attention to themselves in the unoriginal capitalistic society that we live in. So, are you ready to watch the movie?
Let's do this!
It's Fight Club time! So dude, what'd you think about Fight Club?
Dude, it was awesome! Let's fight!
Now hold on there, Eager McBeaver. Did you even understand the postmodern aspects of the movie?
Yes! No.
Jason, remember whenever I told you that postmodern filmmaking includes disrupting the mainstream conventions of narrative?
Yeah?
Marion B. Hansen, film scholar and author of The Mass Production of the Senses, Classical Cinema's Vernacular Modernism, says that, and I quote, "Classical Hollywood cinema is analyzed as a mode of representation that masks the process and fact of production and sutures the subject in an illusory coherence and identity. That means that classical cinema movies firmly create the movie as an illusion for the audience. Postmodern films intentionally remind the audience that they are watching a movie."
I see.
Do you remember that point in the movie whenever Edward Norton's character talked to the audience?
Yeah?
That's called breaking the fourth wall. And it goes clearly against Mary B. Henson's definition of classical cinema, because it's letting the audience know that they're watching a movie. Do you remember any other times during Fight Club whenever the characters let the audience know that they're watching a movie?
Ah yes, the scene where Tyler Durden points out the cigarette burns that signify the changing of a reel of film in a movie theater. Oh, also whenever Tyler is talking close to the camera and the camera starts shaking and the audience can see the edges of the film appear on screen. And during the ending where the frame of the penis briefly appears.
Sweet. So what are some other things about postmodern filmmaking?
Well, postmodern filmmaking involves several aspects. One of them is a work of art that is self-referential or rehashes popular culture. You remember the scene in Fight Club where Tyler Durden yells out, "Run, Forrest, run"? That is an example of one work of art directly addressing another work of art, in this case, Forrest Gump. This is a very postmodern concept. One genre of postmodern filmmaking that is directly involved with Fight Club is called flattening of effect. This genre deals with technology, violence, drugs, and media leading to detached, emotionless, unauthentic lives and people.
Why does this lead them to such detached lives?
Well, in M. Keith Booker's book, Postmodern Hollywood, What's New and Why It Makes Us Feel So Strange, he says that there is a psychic fragmentation that is caused by the fact that capitalism has entered a new late phase characterized by rapidly increasing global hegemony of consumer capitalism and capitalistic modernization. You remember that scene in Fight Club where the narrator is talking about his obsession with IKEA? He also talks about corporations and the way that they would begin naming planets and galaxies after name brands like IBM, Starbucks, and Microsoft. This exemplifies that very belief that people are hooked on a capitalistic lifestyle, a theme essential to postmodernism and the movie Fight Club. The scene involving IKEA has to do with another aspect of postmodern filmmaking. It involves forms of high art versus forms of low art. In a postmodern world, there is a blurred distinction of what is high art and what is low art. The advertising aspects of an IKEA catalog are combined with a complex form of cinema, such as Fight Club.
Nice.
Postmodern philosopher Frederick Jameson says that the capitalistic society that we live in is causing a schizophrenia. He says schizophrenia is an experience of isolated, disconnected, discontinuous material signifiers which fail to link up into a coherent sequence. He says the schizophrenic does not know personal identity in our sense. He says that the world comes before the schizophrenic with heightened intensity, bearing a mysterious and oppressive charge of effect, glowing with hallucinatory energy. That deals directly with Fight Club because Edward Norton's character develops a split personality that forms Tyler Durden.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So are you understanding these postmodern concepts?
Yeah, but I feel like I could learn a bit more.
I know. If only we had some book that could help us understand the postmodern concepts of Fight Club a little bit better. Oh my God! What's that?
Huh. Looks like a book.
That's not just any book. That's the perfect book to explain the postmodern concepts of Fight Club.
How so?
In his book, Simulacra and Simulation, Jean Baudrillard writes that our current society has replaced all reality meaning with symbols and signs, and that human experience is of a simulation of a reality. He says that nothing in our society is real anymore. Everything we see is just a copy of a copy. There's nothing original left. Baudrillard's themes are incorporated in many film scholars' work on postmodernism, including Frederick Jameson and M. Keith Booker. Remember that scene where the narrator is talking about insomnia? He says that nothing is real, and that everything is a copy of a copy of a copy. This is directly applying Baudrillard's themes. The very brief flashes we get of Tyler Durden in the beginning of the film is David Fincher's way of reminding the audience that Tyler is not a reality, but a mere simulation, just like the world around us is no longer a reality. Another one of Baudrillard's postmodern theories that can be applied to Fight Club is of social resistance and the different ways in which an individual and a society as a whole can resist the social structure that has been followed throughout history. This is evident in Fight Club by Tyler Durden's formation of Project Mayhem. So, Jason, did you change shirts?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, I've told you everything I know about Fight Club and postmodernism. Do you have an understanding of it?
Yes, I do understand postmodernism and Fight Club. I have the power!
Yep.
Good deal.
Yep. So, you want to fight?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.